So now we're going to come to the last part, the closing part of the article. Here we figure out how the thyroid actually makes the cells work. It does it by two ways. One, it gets into the cell, to the brain of the cell called the nucleus, and changes the genetic messaging. So by changing or transcribing the genetic information, it causes the cells to work a specific way. It can also work outside the cell on the wall, and this is for transportation, like things like calcium. So one can be energy production, the other can be how the calcium gets transported into the cell. So in summary, proper functioning requires the brain to function well, the TRH hormone to function well, the TSH produced by the pituitary, the thyroid stimulating hormone, to function well, the thyroid itself to produce the T4 and T3, and then you need the raw materials for the action of the thyroid, the iodine, the iron, selenium, zinc, and vitamin A. Now, the other important part is which deiodinase, the enzyme that converts the active crude thyroid to the active thyroid. You remember, it removes that one iodine molecule. Now, if it happens in the liver, kidney, or the cells, it functions well and the T3 forms. But if it happens elsewhere, because there's a lot of inflammation and infection, then reverse T3, or the bad twin, comes, which looks very much like the good twin but does not do any of the actions. It's kind of a dead hormone. And if there's more of a reverse T3, you still tend to feel like you don't have enough thyroid. So how do we get to what is causing the imbalance? The most important is the story. That is the history. You ask for a history of illness, history of injury, history of any other triggers. Could there be a problem with digestion which impacts the absorption of the raw materials? Could there be a problem with the enzyme that converts the deiodinase, that converts the T4 to T3? And is there something inhibiting the active conversion and getting more of the bad twin, the reverse T3? So you see, the thyroid does not work in isolation. It needs a whole set of biochemical reactions, and each person's biochemical reactions is impacted by their internal environment and their external environment. So simply trying to alter the thyroid medication, taking more of natural or less of synthetic, is not the solution. You got to look at the whole picture, and sometimes the thyroid may not even be at fault, and we may need to really look at the digestion or the immunity. I hope this makes more sense to you, and if there are any questions, and if you need any further information, go ahead and shoot them to me. Use my email that's available on the website. But once again, please send us some feedback on whether this video has helped you understand this article much better. Thank you so much. This is Dr. Chellam.